welcome to another episode of In the Green Room Podcast, Season 3. Yep, you heard it right, Season 3. I am Brittany Shanae, your favorite podcaster, and if I'm not your favorite podcaster right now, I will be by the end of this episode. As y'all can see, I am not here by myself. I have my homegirl, Terri Watson, in the biz naive. Did I just say that? I did. The spirit of Lil Scrappy took over me, but you know, it's all
and that's
right.
Okay.
You know, the shorties link up, you know, the short hair goddesses in the building or whatever.
Yeah.
This episode is going to be so good.
Yeah, important, pivotal.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. I really value your point of view, and I cannot wait for you to speak to the audience about all of the goodies and gems that come from within you, girl.
Yeah, I was rubbing my hands like Birdman on the way over here because I was like, I need to get the tea out.
Yeah, getting the people ready. I hope y'all are ready because this is the guru.
You're really hyping me up.
Listen, you are. What my best friend said, I ain't gonna never tell no lie. Wait, she said, I might joke with you, but I never tell no lie.
Okay.
Listen.
Okay.
All right. But y'all know how we start every episode with the affirmation station. All right. So we have 2 affirmation card decks. Mm-hmm. What I like to do is shuffle the cards, and you get to pull your own affirmation card.
Lucky me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. And now, every time somebody has pulled a card in previous seasons, it's been exactly what they needed.
Oh, it came for
I
them.
just
In the
want
best
to, yes, in the best way.
I'm not ready.
So I just want to warn you that you might, shed a tear.
It's all in the shuffle though.
Listen.
So we know why.
Listen. So the first deck is the Danessa Myricks Transcend Beauty card deck. It's some really great affirmations in this deck. I literally pull affirmations every single day. Since I got my affirmation decks, I've pulled them every day, and they have really improved my life, like monumentally.
Yeah.
All right, so
Before I pull, I just thought it was so funny that this is a Danessa Myricks deck because I thought it was just my makeup artist brain. Like, wait, no, that looks like Danessa Myricks.
It is. Okay. Oh, Auntie Nessa.
Yes.
She been dropping a lot of gems lately on her social media.
Oh, for
too.
sure.
She been going ham with it, making me. You ain't have to say that this morning. But okay. All right.
I got this card and I've been eyeing it since she was. So we gonna see. Do I turn it over or do I wait?
Nope. You go ahead and you read it for the people.
I give myself space to grow and learn. That's what I'm gonna do anyways. Because that's how I am.
Yeah. What's your sign?
I'm a Gemini.
Oh, okay.
Of course. This just say Gemini at the bottom.
Yeah. No, but I think that people don't a lot of times give themselves space to do anything. They
for sure.
want to move and they want it, and you got to be still. You got to step away.
Yeah, okay. I was telling somebody that, for the past couple of years, I've just been really uncomfortable. Yeah. And it's like you assume at some point you will get comfortable, but no, when you want to grow and learn and become, it doesn't feel good.
No.
Yeah.
No. Right now, okay?
Right now. I
am probably in the most uncomfortable position that I've ever been in my life, but I understand what comes from uncomfort.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna come together.
Yeah.
And it's all gonna make sense.
Yep. You just gotta be patient.
That's really the thing.
Patience.
Everybody, including me, wants everything on their own time.
Yep.
I'll be like, all right, God, I'm looking at my Apple Watch like, what's going on?
That's your Apple Watch.
I thought you said by the end of the year. It's been 2 years.
Right. Right.
Things like that.
Right.
I love myself enough to say no to people in situations that don't serve my highest good. I am discerning.
And I mean, you just said you gonna step away. You gonna do what you need to do
every time,
every single time. So I feel like those are pretty spot on, don't you think?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like every day I just get this opportunity to just try to be my best self. And I don't know, like kind of like you said, like it'll all come together, and it may feel uncomfortable, but I feel like that discernment is really the game changer. It's like, I know that this isn't a great opportunity, or I know that this is the best opportunity, and kind of moving from there. And then that'll give you some space to learn and grow too.
You keep those.
Oh, great. I said, girl,
Them yours. Them yours for the episode.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I'm excited to have this conversation with you.
Same.
I am super excited about season 3. I just think that this season is going to bring so much growth to this podcast, and I have so many like-minded individuals that are here with me. So,
but you really, well, hold on. You really got to give yourself some props, like to make it to a season 3 of a podcast. I can't imagine what that looks like, especially with this being a visual podcast.
Ooh.
Like, you know, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of work. You got a full team. Like, I walked in like, oh, wow, you know, production.
Listen,
Production.
I am so grateful.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even really articulate the amount of gratefulness that I feel. Last season was a really tough season for me because, again, I was doing everything on my own, but I was really tested in the technical departments a lot last season. First season, I had one hiccup. I recorded a full episode, no volume, no sound. And it was with my best friend who lived in Augusta. She had already gotten back home by the time. So she had to come back and we had to redo. And the rest of the season was full sailing. I mean, smooth sailing. But then second season, it was like punch after punch. And I was like, you know what, Lord? I need a team. I need help. And I'm a part of this amazing community named Motion the Community. And my friends, they decided to help me. And
shout out to
I
the
am
team.
grateful. Yes, I'm breaking the third wall, but I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. So without further ado, welcome to this episode of In the Green Room Podcast, Season 3. We about to get busy, y'all. All right, stay tuned. Hey y'all, it's your girl Brittany Shanae. I just want to invite you all to In the Green Room Weekend 2024, right here in Atlanta, Georgia. We are doing this in the name of connecting creatives. We're gonna have live panel discussions, a live filming of In the Green Room podcast, a shop small businesses, and get all the content you need at our numerous content activations. We're doing it in the name of health, wellness, fitness, and of course, creativity. 420 weekend, right here. Get your tickets because they're on sale now. See y'all soon. All right, welcome back. We got some good affirmations to start the episode off with. I told y'all we got Terri over here. Terri the supernova. Okay. Listen, here I was about to say it, but she did it with her hands. No, I'm talking about. Oh, and that brings me to, because me saying no, I'm talking about. Where you from, Terri?
I'm from Decatur.
Okay,
So I say no, I'm talking about too.
Exactly. I already knew it. You can tell when somebody is from the city, or, I mean, Omarosa said Decatur ain't Atlanta, but y'all
Omarosa
right
don't know who. She don't know me. If you look at the perimeter, you know, I'm within the perimeter. At least, you know, that's.
Decatur is right there.
I'm not from Gwinnett.
Exactly, because that's definitely not Atlanta.
That's definitely not. I mean, I don't know where you're from. Where you from?
I'm from Augusta.
Okay.
I'm definitely not from Atlanta, and I'm not gonna play.
And that's okay.
Yeah, I love Atlanta. I feel like Atlanta is actually home to me now.
Yeah.
It'll be 8 years March 1st.
Yeah, I mean, I love Atlanta. I feel like, you know, I've been a few places around the country, but I just don't know if there's any place comparable to Atlanta. Like when it comes to Blackness and creativity and community, I don't think there is another place. And weather. Like, you know, there are places where there are Black people and there's community, but it's really it's really cold, you know, or there's earthquakes and hurricanes.
Yeah.
Atlanta don't get none of that.
You right.
I don't know if I move anywhere, it would be out of the country.
Yeah. Every city that I go to, sometimes, I mean, I shouldn't be surprised anymore, but it's like I get a little surprised that there isn't a large concentration of us.
Yeah, like you get off the plane at Hartsville and it's Black people working the airport.
Yeah.
They're working at the Popeyes.
Yeah.
They're working at the Starbucks.
Yeah.
They're working at the Swarovski Crystal
Yes.
store. You know, Black people everywhere. You can't
Every
escape us.
single inch of this city is saturated, and I love it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I love that you said the creativity that's here, the community that's here. There is no other place in the world where I feel like I could have gone after moving from Augusta that I could have been able to foster my creative juices.
Yeah, nurture
like
you.
no way, no how. And makeup, the beauty industry, like, I mean, I feel like there's no way you can't succeed, I feel, because you know, when I moved up here, I felt like I was a small fish in a big pond. And that's, I feel like, imposter syndrome taking over.
From Augusta,
yeah,
you know,
100%. But that's how I was introduced to you, through the makeup community. I can't remember when exactly, but I feel like it was early. It was early on in your makeup career, but to watch you in makeup and the swiftness in which you grew, like, it was out of this world. Like, so I wanted to ask you, did you start your career, or as you were growing up? Let's start there. Okay. What did you originally want to be when you were knee high to a grasshopper growing up in these Decatur streets? What did you want to be? What did you want to do?
A marine biologist.
Now, I would have never came up with that for you.
Yeah,
what?
No, I love the ocean, and I love like animals in the ocean. Like I was just showing my boyfriend like this video of this jellyfish on TikTok, and I'm like, look, it's just so. I feel like I don't know why I love it, but I love going to the aquarium. I think the last time I went to the aquarium, I spent maybe 6 hours in there.
Oh wow, yeah. No, I love the aquarium too. It's beautiful. Fish, the ocean, all of that stuff is good.
But I will say things kind of changed like as I got older, like much closer to college, because I went to school for education initially. Okay. And then I switched my major to community education and care, so that's what my degree is in. Most people assume that it's in marketing for some reason.
I mean, we're gonna get there. we're gonna get there.
I mean you was a makeup artist. Like people assume that I went to school for marketing for some reason.
I mean, when you get it, you get it.
Yeah, I just, it was just easy to me.
Yeah. You know? Did y'all see the long hair being pushed behind the head? So. Education, community education, and then out of college, where was the segue?
Where was the makeup?
How did that?
Well, my first set of brushes, my stepmom bought those maybe right before my freshman year, and I was like, I'm gonna do makeup on campus, because that was like the time where YouTube was booming. I was like, I got this camera, I got this makeup. The footage never came off the cameras, but that's none of my business at that point. But that didn't turn into anything until my junior year in college. So what's that? Like 2017 is when I decided, like, I actually want to do makeup. Like I was doing makeup on my friends and things like that, but it was just like, low key. And then I went to apply for a job at a makeup kiosk, and I can tell you that story.
Well, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Because I started at a kiosk too. Yeah. After college.
I feel like when we talk about Swift, it's because I don't really take no for an answer. I don't really wait for things. I'm a really impatient person to some extent. And so I went to Arbor Place Mall in Douglasville for a job interview. It's funny because I was posting my makeup online, and that's how they found me. So they they were liking my pictures, and I DM'd them. Mind you, this is, like I said, 2017. Yeah. I DM'd them and said, like, hey, are you guys hiring? They said, yeah. You know, can you come in on Tuesday? I said, okay, cool. So I went up there for the interview, and she's like, you know, how long you been doing makeup? I said 3 years. That's a lie.
Straight up. Straight up.
You don't need to know who. No, you don't need to know me.
Straight up.
You know.
Right.
I'm here to work. Okay.
3 years, okay?
Out the gate.
Yeah.
You know, I said 3 years. She said, okay, cool. You know, I'm excited to work with you. Can you come back later this week? I think it was like a Thursday or something that she wanted me to come back for like the demo.
Yeah.
So I'm like walking to my car, and I turn around and I said, can I do it right now? I got my kid in the car. And so.
Oh, you ready? Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Period.
One more time. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
You know, sometimes people need to hear it 3 times in order for it to really stick.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Yeah.
So I was walking to my car, went back up there, and I said, hey, can I do it right now? And I went and grabbed my kit out of the car, and obviously I don't have a model. So I went into Forever 21, Anthropologie, like all of these stores to find a model. And I got so many no's, which I believe in no therapy or no exposure therapy. Like you need to be told no so you can like really boss up.
No, that's real.
It hurts. No, it hurts.
It hurts.
But you know, you just move on.
Yeah.
Like I don't really have time for you to tell me no and I sit here and cry about it. I need to find my model so I can get to this demo real quick. Because I don't even know how long this lady's gonna be here.
Can I pause you real quick?
Yeah.
I really love everything that you're saying.
Thank you.
Because a lot of people get so discouraged when they're faced by what seems like a roadblock. Yeah. But no, baby, that's there on purpose.
Right.
Now, if you really want it, you will continue to do the work. And a lot of people, because of that wall or that no or that adversity, it's like, well, I guess it wasn't for me. Yeah. Just like that.
Yeah, how we quit so fast?
No, that ain't in my DNA.
No. That ain't my monkey nor my circus, okay? I know that's real country.
Oh, I'm telling you. Wow, okay, all right.
I don't have a dog in that fight, okay?
They keep coming. I
don't have a nickel in that dime, okay? Okay, guys.
All right. We're back.
All right. Back to you, Tom. That's kind of what it gave.
Yeah.
So yeah, I ended up finding a model, and she was my age. Like she was also in college, and I'm like, okay, come with me really quick so we can do this demo. And it was the first time I'd ever done makeup outside of my family and friends. Yeah. And she was really like high yellow, and you know everybody that I knew were my complexion because I'm using my foundation on them, because and so I got the job. I ended up working there for maybe a month. And I think that was actually the end of 2016. Okay. Like December 2016, because I worked there for a month, and then I decided to go and really just do this on my own January 2017. Okay.
So, you a January starter. You like to get started in January.
Yeah, I've done it so many times too.
Yeah, because
everything that I've started that was new started in January.
I like that. And I know, I remember that from you talking about your transition, which we're going to get into. But
yeah, because that also happened in January. Yeah.
That's cool. Because, a lot of people, they say they're going to start things at the top of the year. The resolutions. But you...
I get off the phone and I get in the field.
You are a follow-througher, okay? You are a follow-througher. I love that. Yeah. And it's refreshing. No, it's really refreshing because, again, people just get so discouraged when they are let down by things, when it looks like it ain't going the way that they want it to, and woe is me.
For sure.
And absolutely not.
Not on my watch.
No. Yeah. No. And okay. So you left the kiosk and you started your own. Did you ever, because you told us later you had been doing makeup for 3 years. You said you hadn't been doing makeup for 3 years for real, but did you ever feel like you went through a little imposter syndrome, or like, although you had the confidence,
Not until later in my career, maybe like 2019 is when I started to feel imposter syndrome.
So why do you think it came on later instead of at the beginning of the career?
Because the human brain likes to make you believe that when opportunities start showing up that you are not prepared for this.
Ooh.
The opportunities weren't there.
Yeah.
Until later.
Yeah.
Like,
okay. Yeah.
I mean, I graduated 2018. So I kind of just took a break that year. Anyways, I worked at Georgia State for a little bit, for about 6 months during 2018. I worked at Hooters for a little bit in 2018 too. And then 2019 is when I feel like most people started to see a shift for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
When the shift began to happen, and did you feel like your artistry began to elevate during that shift, or was it?
2019 was the year that I worked with Skrill Davis, like the entire year. Not the entire year, but we was pumping out a lot of hot fire. Yeah. But we both kind of agreed that we wanted to see our work in print. Yeah. Like we wanted to see our stuff printed out on a magazine on shelves. And I think we started working together maybe like summer of 2019. And so my work got better because I was working with Skrill. Like I was finally, and here's the thing, like I worked with other photographers before Skrill, but I felt like my work wasn't being shown in the way that I wanted it to. Like it wasn't vibrant enough. I wanted it to be colorful, and I didn't want a lot of, like, I guess, color grading or, it felt like everybody was just like this yellow gradient or yellow film tint, whatever. And so my work experienced a growth spurt, I feel like, during that time. And was that, like I said, 2019, September, I think, is when I decided to get a job. I was working at this barbecue spot, a syndicator called City Barbecue. And
I feel like I've seen it.
Oh, it was really good. Go get the banana pudding.
See, I'm not a banana pudding fan, but would they change my mind?
Maybe.
Do they have real bananas in it?
Okay. Do you hate that?
No, I actually like banana. I don't like banana flavored things.
Oh no, it's really good though. It's like a vanilla pudding with bananas. It's really good. I don't know. Don't trust me. If you go there and you hate it, I don't know.
We'll come back and be like, well, Terri told me.
Yeah, I don't want that kind of smoke. So September is when I feel like things really started to shift for me. I got that job at City Barbecue, and I worked there for a month, not because I didn't want to work there anymore, but I got a call for Love and Hip Hop. And that was when the imposter syndrome set in. Okay. It was funny because, like, I finally got this job to feel stable, and now I'm being called to something that feels unstable. Yeah. And so I remember the person that hired me, she called me and she's like, "Hey Terri, can you do Love and Hip Hop?" And I'm like, "No, I gotta work on Wednesday."
Wow.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, I said I can't. And then Draco called me. Right after that, he said, "Hey, I won't be able to do this. I won't be able to do Love and Hip Hop." It was a reunion too. I won't be able to do this. Can you do it? And I said, "Yeah." And it's funny because actually, I said yeah before I was really sure about my yeah. I was just kind of worried, like, I just got into like this point where, okay, I can work. Now, did I want to be, taking people they baked beans to their house? No, I didn't. But I felt like I was getting to a place where I was gonna find some stability, which is just so crazy because it's like, why would I choose stability over following my dreams? Which they sometimes feel like they can't go hand in hand, So I know I'm spitting a lot of hot fire right now.
Pats myself on the back.
Hey.
No, that's facts.
Yeah.
That's an interesting paradox to be
aware of.
Yes.
Yeah. It was really, really hard for me to say yes because I was just like, I don't want to struggle like that, you know? But do I want to follow my dreams? And so I ended up doing the show, the reunion. And I remember being there on we weren't even on set. Like, I hadn't even done any makeup yet. And one of the people on there were like, you know, just regular conversation, like, you know, how long have you been doing makeup and blah, blah. You know, we just talking it up. And I'm like, he asked me how many reunions had I done. And I'm like, this is my first one.
Right.
You know, this is my third day out here. I don't know.
Right. I don't know these people.
And he's like, oh, okay. Like, he was like completely taken back. He was like, you know, most people don't do reunions until they have years and years like on the show. Yeah. Okay, well,
favor ain't fair.
Favor ain't fair. So sorry, brother, because this is my first time ever doing TV. Yeah. You know, and it was.
So that was your first time TV, period.
TV, period. I'd never done anything else, and it was for a reunion. It was 21 hours. And like, I got home after the set, and I had to set an alarm because I had a shoot to do at 7 a.m. I got home like 3 or 4. Free shoot, mind you. I ain't even waking up to no money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, wee. Yeah. But it's like you are now fully submerged in your dream. Did it feel like that?
It didn't feel like that. Like, because I got Love and Hip Hop. I got that opportunity. And right after that, Good Morning America emailed me for Stacey Abrams. And I'm like, wow, they're trying to steal me. You know, this is kidnapping, because why does Good Morning America have my email? And why is it Good Morning America times Fabulous T? Why does it say that? Is this spam? No. You know, do I need to mark it as spam?
It's real life.
What are y'all saying? Yeah. So I got that right after, and then I got multiple other opportunities with Stacey Abrams.
And they just started coming back to back to back.
Yeah, so then I had to leave the job because I'm like, I can't keep telling you that I won't be
delivering your baked beans.
Because at that point I left the ranch dressing at the store, and now I got to go back. Y'all must have pissed me off. Do not piss me off. I got a dream to follow. You got me leaving the ranch dressing no. Pack it up. Cut the show. Cut the show.
I didn't expect this to be this funny, to be honest.
I am a comedian.
Oh, wow.
You can find me every Thursday. No, just kidding.
See, wow. Yeah. The Stacey Abrams
that's when things I feel like
run, that was, because I had been watching you grow, like literally, because I'm over here doing my makeup thing, trying to, you know, everybody trying to establish their footing in this market and in their own respective makeup lane, if you will. And when I saw that you started working with Stacey Abrams, I was over there like, I am so proud of this girl. Because at that point, I don't think me and you had actually met. We were only following each other on social. And I'm over here like, I'm so proud of this girl. Like, but I saw the work that you had been doing. I saw you pushing out these photo shoots with Skrill. I saw, like, we could see, and people, of course, we only give so much to the world, but what you were showing looked like real work. And I remember having a conversation with you. This was years later. I think this was last year when I told you, like, your point of view is respected. Like, because I've literally watched you do the work and build your brand from literally the ground up. Yeah. So I just want to take a minute to applaud you and let you know that I am proud of you, what you were doing in makeup, and I'm definitely proud of what you're doing right now. We still got a little bit more to go with makeup, but I just want to take this moment to say, girl, you doing your damn thing.
Thank you. I will save my tears for when I shower later, because that's where thugs cry, you know.
This girl's... All right.
I'll save it for later.
Okay. Stacy, Good Morning America, all the other opportunities started rolling in.
Yeah, they started rolling in. I think at that point I was really feeling myself and just like, oh, like I can really do this. Also, you know, I really feel like the growth that I experienced was because of my peers. Like, you know, a lot of, like I had like Cherie Beauty, Draco, B for Beauty. Like, we're talking about people who have 10 years on me.
Yep.
And, you know, I remember, oh, and Marquise Ward Beauty too. I remember one time, I think it was the first time that I met Marquise or met Draco. I can't remember which one of them it was, but I remember like the event was over and I was like, you know, I really want to work at MAC. And they were like, absolutely
I was
not.
about to say, they probably straight up told
Like,
you,
absolutely
hell no.
You know, absolutely not. And, you know, things kind of shifted for me then because I'm like, you know, I really respect their opinions and I'm going to just do this thing on my own. And I don't really need this other you know, company to really mature what I'm trying to create here.
Yeah.
So it worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have taken you back. Because we all got our footing at MAC.
At MAC,
And
yeah.
then we grew from that. You would have been, I'm glad they told you no.
They told me
Whoever
no.
it was.
Yeah.
Now,
It was everybody pretty much. 'Cause I
I'm
was asking.
sure. Because if we would have known each other, I would have told you, girl, hell no. No. And that's no shade to MAC, but or
as a
any
growing
other.
artist,
Yeah. So we just talked about all these accomplishments
Yes.
in makeup artistry. You were killing it in makeup. And then one day you said, to hell with this.
Yeah.
What?
I feel like I get this question all the time and it's so funny. Actually, it wasn't a one day kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think it was very gradual.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was waking up and going to do makeup and I just didn't really love it anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't happy anymore. And I could do makeup in my sleep.
Yep.
You know, and I think the Gemini part of me was just like, all right, let's find something new to do, you know? But yeah, so actually 2021, so pandemic 2020, that right after the pandemic is when I feel like I was in my peak of my business.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm making hella money and my artistry is exactly where I want it to be.
Listen, let me tell y'all something. This girl can paint down.
I don't know what it gives right now, you know?
I mean, it's like riding a bike, girl.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put me on that bike.
Little training wheel.
Yeah.
But
Ultimately, thank you.
all right. Continue, because I'm just saying. Listen.
But yeah, so you know, I feel like I was really deep in my bag at that point. And then the end of 2020 is where things started to shift, where I decided to release two live master classes. And I feel like it's probably just like all coming to you like, oh yeah. So that was like the beginning of me deciding to work with other makeup artists and become a makeup artist coach or a beauty coach, right? And so 2020,
the education piece, it all worked.
it came together.
Girl, light bulb. Anyway, go ahead. My bad.
So 2021, I think, 2021, I, you know, spent a lot of time just trying to cultivate that side of what I'm doing. And I was like, you know, I really want to work with other makeup artists and helping them cultivate their craft and their content, you know? So content and makeup has always kind of been a part of what I'm doing in a way. Because I do believe that in order for me to be a successful makeup artist, I had to be great at content.
I agree.
Yeah, and I was, you know, like every pan, every time lapse, every slow-mo, the girls was not even doing that.
Nah,
Back in my day.
but you
know?
set some trends.
Oh no, for sure, I agree. You know, and I hate when like, you know, the old heads be like, you know, I'm the first to do it.
No.
But I do feel like you know, there are a lot of things where I was the first.
I can honestly say that there was a time in makeup where you started doing stuff a certain way, and then you started seeing makeup artists
doing it the same way.
Which
is great.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
Really, really excited to see it.
But it was definitely, you were an establishing factor in a lot of those things. Props. Again, for real.
Yeah. So yeah, I feel like you know, that was where things started to shift for me and where I started to fall out of love with makeup and more so with helping people to utilize their skill and social media to grow their business. So,
and then
that was the beginning of it. And then what, 2021, I actually closed my business for 6 months. I don't know if you knew that, but I closed my makeup business for like 6 months, and I didn't take any of my like regular clients. So that was the first round of me deciding like I really don't want to do this anymore. And then 2022, at the end of 2022 is when I decided to make a full stop, and my last client was November 2022.
Wow. So did you, in between November 22 and 2022 into January 2023, was there no activity where you refreshing yourself in some way coming off of makeup artistry?
Like what do you mean? Like in what direction?
Was there a moment where you took a hard stop on everything?
Kind of. Not really though. I mean, like I was still working with my, at that point I was really deep in VIP clients. Okay. So I had like, not VIP makeup clients, but VIP beauty coaching clients.
Yeah, when you were, yeah.
Yeah, so I was working with makeup artists or just beauty professionals in like 3-month time increments. And that was my bread and butter at the time. So not really a break. Yeah.
So what do you do now?
So I'm a content and brand strategist.
Period.
For entrepreneurs.
Building people's brands, okay?
Yeah.
Listen, getting engagement, growing engaged. Like real results.
Real results.
Real results. Like that's because 2022 to 2023 was a really rough year for me because I was working primarily in TV and film. Yeah. The strikes hit. Right. Okay, girl, what you do now? Because I had shifted my makeup point of view from personal clients to just being on set. Yeah. And that was something, you know, we live, we learn. Yeah. So I decided, I've always dibbled and dabbled in content creation and all of that stuff. But I got really serious about it last year. And so the analytics, I'm stalking my analytics. I'm making sure that my stuff is making sense and going through the things. Do I want to have it curated to look a particular type of way? Or do I just want to post and all of those? And so to see you in another bag, yet another bag, like a grandma with a peppermint, okay? To see you literally teaching this skill to people, and so many people want to, because people can get lost in social media.
Oh, for sure.
They want to grow in social media, but they can get lost because the algorithms are always changing and blah, 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 blah. So what is this like? Yeah. You know, what is it like? How much more, because it seems like it's more fulfilling to you than makeup, or is it just, is it different? Yeah, okay. Yeah. So
I'm a Gemini.
Talk to, again, and you're air, so it's like, I'm air too, I'm Libra. I get it. So everything you're saying, I'm just like.
Relatable.
Yeah.
Well, definitely. I felt like, For a long time, I didn't really talk about content. And actually a big part of 2023 and like the first part of 2023 was me actually talking about branding, because I went through a moment where I didn't know how to show up as myself anymore, because I was no longer a makeup artist. And now I'm a beauty coach and I don't know what to say anymore. And so I was talking about branding and creating a brand to create content. And then things shifted for me in September of last year, where I was like, you know, actually I'm gonna lean forward with content first, and they'll get branding on the back end, because you may not know that you need branding when you actually do, and they go hand in hand. So yeah, and I also just think like I have a unique perspective when it comes to social media. Like I don't believe in the made up rules. It's all just made up. And we need to karate chop those rules in the neck.
I mean, I feel like rules are things that are set in stone, and it can't be rules because everything is always changing. Like, and who is making up? Who is it?
We need to be asking who, just like an owl. You
No,
know?
and that's what sounds like it's giving owl right now. Who? No, for real. And I what I've realized, and I've always kind of realized it, authenticity wins every single time.
But most people don't know themselves.
No, that's another big one right there. And you can't present what you don't know.
It's like you can't present what you don't know, but you also can't present what you're scared to say. So I feel like a lot of people try to like I've had clients say, well, you know, I'm the best makeup artist because of the way that I treat my clients, and then go on to say, well, that doesn't translate well on my social media. But why are you not just saying that?
Right.
I'm really confused.
Right.
That's really how we talk to my clients.
But again, authenticity.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they appreciate your approach, because there are so many people that aren't real. I used to go live last summer. I would go to the gym, work out twice a day, and just sit on my back porch and just talk. Yeah, I was a maniac.
You think you're better than me?
I didn't say that. Is that what?
You think you're better than me?
But that was before.
Right.
You know, right now I'm doing
okay.
a little
That's
one
okay.
time. You know, I'm good.
That's all I need to.
But I remember vividly this live that I posted, and I was mad. And I was like, people are fake. Like, they are just out here showing these, I don't even know the words to use, but I feel like it's our responsibility, and it may not be everybody's responsibility, but I feel like people who are serious about content creation, it's our responsibility to be our true, authentic selves. And I say that because I feel like, you know, when you establish a larger fan base, there are people who are looking to you to figure out how to be them.
Yes.
And
which is unfortunate.
It is. But in that, why not be real and true so you can help other people be real and true? Setting that type of example. And I feel like when I am my truest, realest self on my social, that's what people, I mean, I posted the other day a photo set about me feeling sexy, and I never do that. But there were so many people in my comments saying like, oh my God, I deal with this every day. I'm so glad that you spoke about this. And I just feel like the reception was so well because people could find themselves in that.
Yes, but my thought is like, you know, we try too often to create content for people that we don't necessarily know. When you ultimately know who you are, you know what you like, you know how you like to go to the gym, you know these things. And so why not create content around that? Because ultimately, like, content and branding is a matter of agreement.
Yeah.
I'm building this community because people agree with me.
Yeah. Right. See, she in here dropping gems. You know, I mean, dropping gems, just what she does.
Yeah, I mean, I try, not to sometimes because I know it could be a little overwhelming, but,
I mean,
I don't have no choice.
Yeah.
But no, seriously,
the life you chose.
I feel like at this point in social media that it's really important for us as creators and business owners who are running these profiles as a business to really lean into who we are more than ever, because it doesn't matter if the algorithms change.
Yeah.
Who cares if the algorithms change if you get to be who you are? Now we just get to align with people who agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people are too emotionally attached. That's why you stalk those analytics and you try to make sure that.
Now she calling me out on my podcast. Is this what she be calling me out? Okay. Nah, for real.
No, for real. And typically, I always drop this fact, but people are typically reading their analytics wrong.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna break it down.
Yeah.
Okay, you see, you
about to put me out. Little gem.
Typically, people are reading their analytics wrong. Like, they will see their analytics and say, okay, like, this is what I need to be doing. I need to be posting at 11 a.m. I need to be posting on Thursdays in order to keep these numbers or to get the numbers up.
Yeah.
But your analytics, as any analytic, is information, is data. It's the collection of information that then tells you what you've been doing, not necessarily what to do next.
Need to do.
Yeah. So if it says you've been posting at 11 a.m. on Tuesdays and that's your highest day, it's probably just because you always do that. You can always change your analytics though.
It's so simple.
It is really simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think once you just look at it as information and not a metric of your own success. I was just watching a video on TikTok and a girl was saying, like, you could basically, social media was addictive because you'll have this moment where you'll have this viral reel and then the next one will flop. And then the next thing that she said was she questioned if she was as good as she thought she was. And I think it's really unfortunate that we've created, like, social media just is what it is. Yeah. Us as humans has created these ways to measure who we are and measure our success by followers and views and likes. And so I think it's really unfortunate that she would say, like, because I didn't get the same amount of people to watch my content, that I am who I am or why I am.
Yeah, no, that's unfortunate. To be blatantly, completely honest, I went through a phase of that.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah. And I think that this is why I preach. I do social media cleanses at least twice a year. I have to detach completely from it because I do find that I want to maintain engagement and all of these things for my brand. But then I had a call with a business coach the other day, and I was telling her about all of these things, but I found that I can't remember why I just told you that I had a call with a business coach. The thought literally escaped from my mind just as quick as I said it. But I do these social media cleanses so I can make sure that I don't get too consumed in the numbers, because I feel like I can compare it to women in weight loss. Women will step on a scale every single day.
Yes.
And a lot of times with women, they will have a scale right by their bed, and that's the first thing that they do in the morning. Some women do that, and it really and unfortunately, what it does, if you didn't lose the pound that you wanted to, it's insanity, right? Yeah. But because you didn't lose the pound that you wanted to overnight, you started your day discouraged, right? And it ends up trailing along with you. So I've found that if I'm stalking my analytics every day and my numbers are decreasing instead of increasing, or whatever I want to see is not there, then I find myself being discouraged from what it is that, the result that I want. So I have to do social media cleanses to make sure that I'm not too attached to an app.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
not.
honestly, I rarely ever check my analytics. I know what it's going to say. I know it's going to tell me that every day is highest because I post every day. I know it's going to tell me from 12 to 3 is highest because I post at 11 to 2 every day.
Yeah.
I know what it's going to say. So I don't necessarily have to check it or make sure I can, do something different. I believe in creating content. I believe in order to create content consistently and sustainably, you have to be able to detach from the end result. And like I had a reel that I posted a couple of days ago, and by the end of the day it was at 500. But I'm saying this in a way that's like, it's just information, right? So it was at 500, and then today I saw it climbing up, and it went from like 500 to I think 3,000 now. And I'm just collecting the data to see like, oh, I wonder why. It was probably because of the real sound or the audio, whatever the case may be. But I'm not going to spiral about it.
Right.
I'm not going to sit and try to figure out like, how can I create this again? And I think that's where people go wrong, is they keep trying to win the algorithm when you need to be decentering the algorithm. Yeah.
Another gem.
Write that down.
Period. So we're talking about what you do for work. What are the things that you do to find peace or detach from
all the things?
Like
I'm going to Costa Rica in a couple days, so
Costa
I will
Rica.
be detached.
Yeah.
Okay. What do I do to detach? I feel like I love to watch cartoons, like animated anything. Right now I'm watching My Wife and Kids though on Netflix.
Oh,
it's such a classic.
That's such a good show. It's such a good show, and it's funny every time.
Funny every time. So TV stuff. I love the outdoors when it's warm. I feel like winter is really not who I am. It's not a part of
you're a summer baby, so that makes sense.
Don't expect the outfits to really give in the winter time. Like, see me in the summer,
You show a little leg.
A little leg. A little thigh.
A little shoulder.
Exactly. So, not many great hobbies in the winter time is what I'm trying to say.
You are funny. You are funny. So does working with so many brands and so many people, does it leave time for really a personal life?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't really I create what I create, and I put it out into the world and just let it kind of be that. Okay. I feel like with working with brands, I'm really working with small business owners. So a lot of them come through my program, Social Accelerator, and occasionally I work with still small businesses in order to do one-on-one work. And it's easy, you know. Are you into human design?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a manifesting generator, and I feel like that adds a really big part to why I'm able to figure out things so fast and make it so simple. And so whenever I do start something new, I feel like figuring out the simplicity of it and how to make it work for me so that I can be myself. I feel like because I'm posting so often, people just assume that I'm just spending all day posting and making content. But no, baby,
you live your life.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really be outside, but I be in the house under the blanket watching Netflix. I ain't gonna be outside. But
yeah. What's your favorite part about working with brands and individuals or doing what you do?
Like those breakthrough, aha moments where it's not, they realize that it's not about the algorithm, that it really is about understanding themselves. And they, Social Accelerator has some pretty, I guess, rigorous homework. It's not just oh, I want you to create this reel. It's more who do you want to be in 5 years?
That's loaded.
It's a lot of loaded, charged questions in there. And so, I love when they come back to me and they're like, Terri, this homework was really hard, but I really feel like I value my experiences now. And I feel like at those moments or in those moments, I feel the work that I've done is purposeful and it's shifting the creator economy in a sense.
Whew.
I know.
I mean, you dropped. I had a question. I said,
Oh, sorry.
no, but the question is free game. Drop a gem for the viewers.
Okay.
And you've dropped.
Sorry.
But I mean, I don't even have to ask that question because I appreciate you. It's like you are a well of information and you can't help but to expel it. And I like I said, I appreciate that about you because a lot of times with content creators, brand strategists, they don't like to share.
I don't know if it's that they don't like to share or they don't know how to help you create what you want to create. I think they only know how to help you create what they're creating already. And also, like, I always try to tell people, like, I am not spending all day explaining no damn trends to y'all.
Yeah.
Because the trends will be gone tomorrow.
It's a trend, right?
Yeah.
It's a trend.
But what I can tell you is how to create universal content, niche content to where, like, you know, me just going into Target and recording me getting a Steve instead of a Stanley, like, the Stanley craze was over, you know?
Listen, let me tell y'all something. This girl ain't got no Stanley cup, right? So she got her a cup that looks similar to a Stanley cup, and she named it Steve.
Steve.
Didn't you write it on there, or did you just called it Steve?
No, his name is Steve.
I mean, but that was genius.
Well, and here's the thing, like, I understand consumer behavior. I understand creative psychology. I understand all of the, like, marketing things and why people do the things that they do. Yeah. And so I think with that, it's like, you know, there are people who love Stanleys and there are people who hate Stanleys.
Right.
And you're always going to want to pick a side.
Yep.
And so, but the thing is, I feel like for the content, that piece of content specifically, people were really excited because they now got to name the thing that they always carried that wasn't a Stanley. So I got people like, y'all got me a Wilbur from Walmart. So people are just like making up all these names.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I feel like, honestly, what people need is a free flow of creative energy. And it'll build on top of the next creative thing that you do. And I call it going supernova.
Her name is Terri the Supernova on the gram.
Yeah, anybody can go supernova. It's like when you start doing things that feel uncomfortable and kind of start breaking, I actually call it breaking the fourth wall to, like, typically in this box that's rigid and it's like fear, imposter syndrome, all of those things, and then you break out of that box, you break that fourth wall, and now you have this sense of confidence and self-confidence because you are doing things that I guess are like shaping your future, even though you're not getting that. It's like incremental success.
Yeah.
You know? And then, you know, like a real supernova, like in the sky, like a star that builds up all of this energy, and it kind of creates crazy. It kind of creates a black hole. But it's a good thing, you know. A black hole could be a good thing because I think we don't know what's on the other side of that black hole, and there's this mystery, and I think that's why social media is always going to be a hot topic, and it's always going to be the thing that frustrates people because it's a mystery. People will always be trying to figure out how to win on there.
Yeah, I agree. Wow, Terri. Nah, you came up in here and gave the people, like, you gave me a lot to work with. No, for real. I like to ask people this question at the end of the episode. Yes, we are at the end. Unfortunately, we've reached the end. But the name of the podcast is In the Green Room. Focus is the color green. What does green mean to you?
Green feels like renewal to me. It feels like this, like opportunity. Like if I had to give it a thing, because I mean, obviously, like we have all these plants, like a breath of fresh air, like just like a new day to start something new. Yeah.
I love that. I just like people to tell a random story. I mean, it could be anything from birth to now. It could be funny, it can be compelling, it can whatever Something random.
Oh.
What you got?
Funny story.
Or interesting.
Interesting story. I guess I'll just go with this because the first thing that popped in my head. When I did Stacey Abrams' makeup the second time for the cover of Atlanta magazine, we sat and talked about how she loved Rick and Morty. And wow. Yeah, I don't know if I should be sharing this. Yeah, well, we'll find out later when the lawsuit comes. Hopefully not. But yeah, so she loved Rick and Morty. And we were like rating fries and how fries hold heat. So she was saying like basically if you went to this restaurant, like this fast food chain, would your fries be warm by the time you got home? She was saying like Chick-fil-A is on the very bottom of that list.
Yeah, because they get cold soon as you open the bag.
But Checkers is really high on that list. That's all I remember from that.
That's a good discussion to have. I mean, because I've never even thought about.
I'm pulling the brush away.
Right. No, that's crazy. I've never had a conversation about French fries before.
Yeah. It was really good. We had a good time.
That's crazy. Yeah. Rick and Morty and French fries with Stacey Abrams for Atlanta magazine.
Yeah. Oh, and she went to the same high school that my sisters went to. She's also from Decatur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Period. So. I know that's right. You have lived incredible.
I'm so young.
I know.
I'm so young.
Do you mind sharing your age?
I'm 27. Yes, I'll be 28 in May. Okay. I will be retiring early.
Yeah, no, girl. Make sure you put in some self. You going to Costa Rica?
Yeah. I'll see y'all next week.
So. To wrap up, I want you to let everybody know how they can get in contact with you, I was about to say how they can book you, but I mean, it's a little different type of booking, you know. Yeah.
But if you're looking for makeup booking, close your eyes. Yeah, it ain't there. Sorry.
So let the people know. In this camera right here.
So you guys can find me on Instagram at Terri the Supernova. You can find me on TikTok at Terri's Universe. We're building her up, so yeah, go follow her. I work with small business owners, specifically female entrepreneurs who are ready to break the rules and descend to the algorithm so they can show up online with confidence via Social Accelerator, which is an 8-week course. The first 4 weeks is for the modules. The last 4 weeks is for the challenge, and we really get busy. So yeah, I feel like that's really like the summation of what I do and how I work with people, and that's really like the best way for y'all to get in.
Yes, Terri, thank you for coming, girl.
Of course.
I really appreciate
this is so much fun.
Yes.
And honestly, like I've been to other podcasts, and I'm like, oh, this is cool, but no, this is top notch.
Thank you.
This is really good.
Thank you.
So I'm proud of you too.
Thank you.
Yeah, you don't play.
I be trying to
Okay.
I be doing I can't believe she up in here. You calling me out on a lot of the things.
Your own house.
Yeah. No, but I have a fire lit under my own behind to get things done, because like I said, when I first moved to Atlanta, I felt like I was a small fish in a big pond, and there were things that part
coming soon.
Yeah,
buckle up. You gotta look in the camera. So
buckle up, baby.
It's not one seat belt. We on a roller coaster.
Oh, buckle up, baby, and strap that thing in. Okay. Thank y'all for tuning in for yet another episode of In the Green Room Podcast. I am, again, like I said, your favorite podcaster, Brittany Shanae. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, In the Green Room Podcast. Follow me on Instagram, Brittany Shanae, BrittanyShanae. I love y'all so much. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you tune in on YouTube, Spotify, and stay tuned for what else we will be streaming. I will see y'all next week. Thank y'all. Bye.
you.